My name is Adam Black. I have lived, experienced of autism. I want to talk to you about how people understand their own emotions, what it's like to process emotions differently. First, I will tell you a bit about the science, then a bit about me and how I experience emotions. Remember, not everyone with autism will experience emotions like me. I am just using my experience as an example. Two biological things contribute to the creation and understanding of our emotions: the limbic system and the monoamine systems. The limbic system is part of the brain. It has a controlling influence on or reactions to specific stimuli. It also supports nerve cells that transmit information about what our central nervous system is doing. A key part of the limbic structure with an important critical role in emotional expression is the amygdala. It has an important role in the working out whether incoming information is emotionally positive or negative. Complex sensory information processing that happens in the cortex can directly influence the limbic system and vice versa. Differences in the transmission of information between the cortical and limbic structures can have significant consequences in how we process and express our emotions. Neural circuits and brain structures involved in emotions are controlled by chemical neurotransmitters, including serotonin, norepinephrine, and dopamine. Serotonin does not stimulate the brain. The right amounts of serotonin are necessary for a stable mode and to balance any excessive stimulating neurotransmitter firing in the brain. It also regulates many other processes such as sleep, cycle, pain control, and appropriate digestion. Dopamine is a special neurotransmitter because it is considered to be both excitatory and inhibitory. It is our main focus neurotransmitter when dopamine is either elevated or low. We can have focus issues. Dopamine is also responsible for motivation. Norepinephrine is an excitatory neurotransmitter that is responsible for stimulatory processes in the body. High levels of norepinephrine can cause anxiety, and low levels of norepinephrine are associated with low energy, difficulty with focus, and sleep cycle problems. Research has shown that there may be differences in the way in which the limbic system works or is structured for some people with autism, which would make emotions both difficult to interpret and understand, as well as to regulate. Hearing exhaust pipe cars, they make me feel someone is talking back because they sound very similar to an animal growling back, which is how an animal talks back. But I know the real thing is the drivers either being in a hurry to get somewhere or they are not in a good mood. But hearing the sound still feels like a car growling back. I also see most unhappy facials driving past, where some stare for 2 seconds, turning their head towards us, whilst driving past. It makes me think, are they thinking I'm not good at something when I am good? I get this feeling because I'm a bit self-religious, where I write notes on my laptop to pretend that I'm talking back to the environment, like even the weather. It makes me think, are the facials or weather thinking I've done something wrong, when I personally know I haven't done anything wrong, having my autism needs and understanding all the day-to-day activities. It all begun because when I was young, I heard on a Radio 4 program that loud music disturbs heaven, and being Christian at local churches, that told me hearing loud sounds like car noises and my name being called out in the open disturbed heaven, as it felt like an audience watching me down from heaven, like monitoring my day-to-day life, which also made me exposed to the sky, like not doing outside work and having my curtains drawn a lot. Also, with the facials, I know the facials might just be grumpy because of the weather or work, but they still make me interpret that they won't be happy with me by staring at me whilst driving past for 2 seconds. The things I'm doing to help myself with these moments is wearing soft silicone earplugs along with those cancelling noise headphones, and trying to find a way to afford a dream log cabin in a log cabin bungalow in a peaceful place in the woods. Being in a peaceful, quiet place without any noisy exhaust pipe cars will give me more happiness to do more things at home with tutors and have more meetings at home, and freeing up my ears to not worry by wearing earplugs often. I also wear disguised glasses in car journeys to avoid seeing the negative facials, only taking them off to show directions with new carers. This helps my anxiety by not seeing the bad facials, so I can think of more positive feelings for the day ahead of me. And I can see through the corner of my eyes if we're driving somewhere. I think I know where we are now by looking at the corner. And then once we've arrived at the place, I take them off. Most of this also comes from metaphor, where something means more than one thing, like words or sound, and it is hard to interpret whether it is the good side or the bad side that you get when noticing it, as some things can mean good and bad, like someone saying be good or take it easy. They might be saying it to mean take care of yourself, but I interpret it as meaning I'm not being good or taking it easy with the things I'm doing, like feeling more bad luck has come my way, even though it means two different things. Also, like if someone was to say a word like okay or more loud away by finishing a conversation, it makes me think, are they thinking I'm not okay when I am okay? Same goes to saying alright, which is similar, but if they say it more soft and smoother and quieter, then that relaxes me to more to think I'm good and positive. And the positive words that don't mean bad and good are these words: cool, good, perfect, excellent, great, which all mean just one thing of happiness. The third thing that I find hard is when I hear advice or suggestions that I wasn't expecting, like if someone took a guess by saying I don't think this is safe to invest with, or by guessing that the company is a scam. Hearing advice or suggestions like these can make me feel that I'm not capable at finding out the truth for myself, and wanting to sometimes learn from experience by setting an amount that I'm prepared to lose if it doesn't work out. By learning from experience, it helps me to think what's good and bad out there on the internet that we now know of by looking at reviews and giving some a try out, and it has increased my emotional understanding. By having plans, it helps me to deal with bad emotions in a way by having coping strategies in place, and can also help with my slow processing speed that my IQ test showed in 2015. When I'm worried, I get a lot of butterflies in my stomach where it's hard to process the daily basics of the day-to-day times where there's too many things happening, and without a plan in place, that can make me process slowly. So as soon as we have a plan in place, it helps my stomach to process quicker. I'm happy when I see all things that are positive and all understanding equalness. The biggest part to feel happy each day is my stomach without butterflies.